Hello everyone, my name is Alzael, and this will be the third part to my Let's Play for Super Mario Bros. 2. We'll be doing Worlds 2-3 and 3-1 today, most likely. And for this level, we'll be picking Toad again, so that we can use his powers to rake in the mad coins. Kind of surprising, isn't it? How just a few 8-bit bullshit bleeps and bloops can still, just stick in our minds after all this time. Even now, they're still catchy and they stick in there and you still remember them all these years after. Like Sunsoft, for example. Sunsoft made some great 8-bit music. Remember the theme from Blaster Master? And then, of course, there's the one that everyone always remembers, the victory fanfare from Final Fantasy. Son of a bitch. Oh, shut up! We need to get up to that door up there in order to rake in said mad coins. Of course, without Luigi, we can't just jump up there, so we're gonna have to use Toad and his really crappy jumping ability and hop right on these Bezos. Very poorly hop right on these Bezos. Very, very poorly. These mushrooms are really placed at random intervals within the various levels. I mean, look, you have the first two right here in the beginning. Others are like right at the end. Some are, anywhere in between. You'd think they'd at least try for some level of consistency. I was talking before about how the characters in this game, and well, the game itself, are repurposed from Doki Doki Panic, which was, of course, repurposed from the original Super Mario Bros. 2. And, of course, the characters were as well. Toad is essentially a repurposed version of the character Papa from Doki Doki Panic, who, out of the 4 family members that make up the party, is, surprisingly enough, the father. Yeah, they named him Papa because, the Japanese are, of course, well known for their creativity and imagination. Those enemies are Cograts. Their name is basically a portmanteau of Cobra and Brat, and the other big-ass cactus-looking motherfuckers are called Pokies. If you don't manage to kill the Tweeter with the Power Block, it's actually very important to do this little back and forth here in the sand, because if you don't, the Tweeter will catch up to you, and he will kill you, or, well, do damage to you. It also makes it a lot easier if you're doing Toad, since, Toad has a higher pickup speed, so there's less time wasted going back and forth. Seeing as how Toad is wearing, like, those big, voluminous Arabian-style pants, he must be getting sand, like, fucking everywhere doing this. I mean, like, seriously, can you imagine what it's like, just, like, having to get that out of his ass crack? Like, you thought the beach was bad. I mean, fuck. While we're on this subject, how are those Shy Guys, like, breathing down here? How are they surviving? Are those masks, like, oxygen masks or something? I mean, I'm just saying, this video game about plumbers that go down a pipe into a magical fantasy world where they eat mushrooms to grow big and shoot fireballs from their fingertips, it's very unrealistic. And of course, once more we would get the key, and we get chased by the freaking Phantos. Hey, am I the only one who finds the image of a small Arabian man, bare-chested, in baggy pants, running around stroking his key, while being chased by a giant floating mouth, more than a little homoerotic, or is that just my deep-seated psychosis acting up again? And now we get the boss music just so that we know what's coming, as if we couldn't figure it out. As you can hear, the boss music has started to remind us that we're getting close to the boss. Not that we wouldn't have known that, but they felt the need to remind us. So this is the boss of the second world, Triclyde, essentially 3 Cobrats glued together, and is supposed to be based on the mythical Limian Hydra. Triclyde's past in the game is more or less that he was a loner and outcast, who is shunned by the other residents of Subcon. Triclide only spits fireballs out, so you have to use the mushroom blocks to kill him, and I really have to wonder at the wisdom of leaving the very weapons needed to kill you inside the room where people are going to come and kill you. And yet another nefarious monster falls due to poorly planned out home decor. Seriously people, this is why you need a professional. Now we get to put those coins to use again in the minigame. And there's that sound again. I swear, this game is actively trying to demoralize me, and I resent it. I mentioned the name Subcon before, when we were fighting Triclide. Subcon is the name of this world we're in, though you wouldn't really know it because the game never really tells you that. But then it's a Mario game, so the plot at best should be likened to a children's pop-up book. But basically the backstory of the game is that Mario was climbing a staircase which led to a mysterious door, and when he opened the door, it opened up into this new world where a voice told him, "Welcome to Subcon, the land of dreams." Yeah, the land of dreams is called Subcon. I know, just roll with it. The voice basically tells him that the land suffers at the hands of the evil wart. Please help us, blah blah blah. So Mario then wakes up, realizes it was a dream, and the next day he's going out on a picnic with Luigi, Peach, and Toad. He tells them his strange dream, and he finds out that everyone else also had the same dream the night before, because, you know, we need to get all of our cliches out there. So upon arriving at their picnic spot, they notice a small cave, which is a long staircase leading up to a door, and boom, they enter Subcon. And of course they now have to defeat Wart and save Subcon because, well, that's just how he rolls, bitch. See this long row of plants. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pull up the 6th one. Make sure it's the 6th one, which will open up into subspace. And now you can see all the mad coins you can collect. Basically just go nuts. Go nuts, and then leave the area, come back in, grab the 6th plant, open up subspace, and do her again. And I got that glitch. Yeah, it's a glitch. There's this glitch that happens sometimes where if you're like picking up an item in subspace and you come out, and sometimes the game does weird things when that happens. That pot, by the way, that you just saw, that pot, if you take that pot, if you use the potion enter subspace, that pot will also is also another warp, which will take you to, I believe, World 5. Apparently it was all this vertical scrolling that made the original Super Mario Bros. 2 too technically advanced for the NES system. Apparently it's like really quite a bit harder to have a game that has both vertical and side scrolling than it is to just have one or the other. Well, it was that and the multiplayer aspect, which was later cut out entirely. That part there where you can see me looking off into space, if you're using the princess, you can fly over from that part, and that's where you can get to the secret exit for this level. Grab the block to kill the Panzer in the way. Actually, originally, you were actually supposed to be throwing each other. Previously, the idea behind the game was that the two players would pick up and throw one another at the enemies to destroy them. Which would have been cool, but they couldn't do it, and Kensuke Tanabe wasn't willing to compromise. Huh, I thought the mushroom for the level was down here, or the last mushroom, but apparently it's not. We'll have to go. We'll have to come back here and see if it's in the other half that we can't get to. And apparently take a lot of damage like an idiot in the process. Fucking Panzer never appears when I have a weapon. Pussy. No clue. I suppose I could look it up, but eh. Instead, I get to dodge fireballs. Hope this thing doesn't kill me. Not that it really matters, I suppose. Got enough lives. So we hit Birdo 3 times and we kill the little transsexual slut. No, I'm not kidding. In the original Japanese, Birdo is a transsexual. And apparently Birdo's character description describes her as being very affectionate and loving and just looking for love. Well, I guess even dinosaur trannies need a good fuck every now and then. Fuck! These Mario games are supposed to be for kids, right? What? And yes, I know, leave it to me to focus on the dinosaur transsexuals. Hey, I never said I was meant for kids. As you can see, I'm doing as wonderfully as usual on the bonus game at the end. But, still, I've got more than enough lives, so there's really no point in actually really bothering with this. Next video will be at least finishing off World 3. Hopefully I'll be able to do a little bit more than that. But I guess until then, you can see me finish this up, and this is Alzael. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.